Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. Before I begin, I would like to thank everyone that has liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel. I would also like to thank everyone who has purchased a reading with me, and I would like to say thank you to everyone who has commented. I don't have time to answer everyone, but I do read each and every comment, so thank you so much. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. If it does not, please check your moon and your rising sign for your messages. Now, some months, none of these are going to resonate with you. If that happens, simply go and check another reader for your messages and check back in another time. This is going to be for the sign of Virgo for the month of March. This is a love reading. Now, your overall energy is the Hermit. And strangely, that's the overall energy at the bottom of the other deck also. So I think that this message is very strong about you needing to go within to find your answers and trust in your gut feelings. And if it comes to a decision that you need to make, if it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. And please avoid making any hasty decisions. Now, under this Hermit card, I have a few other cards that do speak to me. And I see that in the past there was some sort of transformation in your relationship, in the couple. And this could have been a third party, or it could have just been somebody very controlling and manipulative. Whatever or whichever one it was, it did present a challenge. And although you come out the victor in that challenge, you have lost some things. This could be people that you've lost, or a person, or it can even be pieces of your heart that got left behind. This Five of Swords speaks to no communication in the couple. You can't agree on anything. It also speaks to deception, trickery, and separation. And so whichever one it was for you, it left you in the Nine of Swords energy. And that speaks to a lot of fears and anxiety, sleepless nights, overthinking, negative thinking. And then I have the Wish card with the Moon and the Ten of Pentacles. Now, that speaks to me of a need to be careful of what you wish for, because what's in our thoughts we bring about. Whatever this is that you are wishing for, there is deception in that. That is to say that it's not good for you. So I will set those aside for now. And under the other Hermit, again, this speaks to unfaithfulness, a triangle. What is acceptable and what is not on an emotional level. Not trusting someone and leaving a situation because of deception, cheating, suspicions. There seems to be a lot of that coming out in the cards for a lot of signs. Now, the first card we have here is the Page of Cups. And that usually speaks to, on a positive note, some sort of emotional message coming in, something that touches you on an emotional level. It also speaks to following your intuition. But on that card, I have the Tower, which is the destruction of something that was built on a faulty foundation. And it's a sudden, unexpected event that occurs that brings illumination. And with these two hermits here, it does speak to news that brings enlightenment. And I believe that comes in with this Tower moment. Now, I don't do reversals because I believe the messages come out in the cards, and I always make sure to put my cards upright. But for some reason, this Empress came out reversed. So I left it. And the Empress speaks to a lack of stability and a change in plans when she's in reverse. And it just makes sense with the Tower. Whatever you were planning kind of blew up. And then I have the Knight of Wands, which speaks to unexpected events that propel you forward and can indicate a house move. It also speaks to, because this Knight is very impulsive and unpredictable, so perhaps you'll have to watch out for that. You have, by the way, 4 pages that have appeared in the main draw. And the 4 pages coming out in the same reading would speak to new plans. And that makes sense with this Tower moment, because whatever you had originally planned kind of blew up. It didn't work. And there is a need to make new plans. Now, then we have the Queen of Swords, and she is all about seeking the truth. She's up in her mind, and she's planning, and she's strategizing for her future. Now, she's coming after this Tower moment, so there is a need here for her to re-strategize. She may have sought somebody out, psychic, healer, counselor, even the guidance of a good friend, for emotional support from whatever this was. I believe here we're seeing, because I have the Page of Cups again, the negative side of this page would be selfish, scheming, and I believe that's the type of person you were dealing with there. This has affected your security, and there are many questions that you need answers to, but please do have faith. And this has to do with a commitment that was an unhealthy attachment here. There could have been cheating, or this could simply have been a like I said earlier, a relationship that was controlling and manipulative. There was deception going on here. And I think it was a fairly new relationship, because this plan was, this was a relationship that you thought was going to be your happily ever after. Like you were taking it to the next level. But the devil is sitting there, and that tells me that there was deception surrounding this offer of love or this relationship in its entirety. Now, this has caused, this Tower moment, a lot of internal struggles for you. There have been was a lot of arguments. And again, the Queen of Swords, you need to ask yourself, what is it that you need to cut out of your life? And with the Queen of Wands, you will need to take charge and take action. That queen, she's been through a lot. But she has the power to heal any area of her life. Know that you are being divinely guided. And there is a head or heart decision that will need to be made. And you are going to need to have faith. With the Page of Pentacles here, there's the possibility of news going back and forth. This could very well be with somebody you know. This can be some sort of reunion with somebody you know. And if that is the case, be aware of that this person is not who they're presenting themselves to be. They're wearing a false face. Trust in your gut feelings. This page also can speak to having learned your lessons. I think that whatever the news is, it'll bring clarity, but it's not welcome news. And this page also speaks to mistrust. So it's very possible that, and especially with the High Priestess, you are not trusting this person you are communicating with, or that you are going to have that reunion with. Again, I have a card that can represent the third person. Now, you could have been the third person. Maybe you were dating a married man and didn't know it. Or maybe you did know, and he promised to leave his wife, or she promised to leave her husband, whatever the case may be. But in fact, never did. It was a deception. And so this shows you feeling left out in the cold. There was an argument, and the clarity came. And this is right in line with this Tower here. So this could have been that Tower moment that came in. And again, the same page that speaks to unwelcome news that brings clarity, or a conversation that you are fearful of having. But when that page's energy is there, you have them twice, you are able to tell who's lying and who is not. You're weighing things up. The Wheel of Fortune comes in here, and it's sitting between the Justice here and the Fool. And know that the wheel, yes, it represents a change in fortune, but it can also represent things coming back around. So my advice with what I see here, because you are weighing things up after this clarity comes in, be careful before you leap. And that's how I'm going to leave that. You need to decide what is emotionally acceptable to you. What is acceptable to you on an emotional level? You have got to stop focusing on what you lost with regards to that tower moment and that devil. Because that was an unhealthy attachment there. And you got to turn around and look at those two cups that are still standing. It is the end of something. And soon you'll be able to lay those burdens down. Those are all the lessons that you have learned. But you have to turn around and look at what is left and move forward with those two cups and rebuild. And Temperance is going to help you do that. She's a guardian angel. And she brings healing and balance back into your life. We have you here in the world, contained still within the wreath, and the world represents the completion of something. But you haven't begun the new cycle yet. You're looking back, and you're looking back at this. You're looking back at this, you know. And how this person played with your emotions and left you feeling this way, Eight of Swords. And so now you need to make wise decisions. Remember, you have a head or heart decision to make here. Now, there's news here coming in, messages going back and forth. Someone you know, so it could be that person. And you fighting for what you believe in, being on the defensive, standing your ground with regards to whatever this situation is. This is a karmic relationship, and God, I'm seeing a lot of those right now. So the head or heart decision, what to do here. If I stay in this relationship, if I take him back, what are the consequences? Or I've made an error in judgment, and now I'm going to rise up from the ashes. I've got a plan, and I'm taking it forward. And I'm going to be successful. The Chariot, victory, forward movement, triumph over difficulties. I believe that you will triumph. So be careful what you wish for and look before you leap, please. The angel message I have for you, Archangel Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you to release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and your mind. Nice message. And the Angel Answers card I drew for you within the next few months. And so I'll just read that for you, what it says about that card. In the next few months, what you are asking about will occur. Divine timing means that other people's free will choices are also involved. So keep the faith while all of the pieces of this puzzle come together and the situation resolves itself beautifully. So there you have it. So I thank you for watching, Virgo. If you would like to book a reading with me, the details on how to do so are in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Many blessings. Bye for now.